Hello, hello. How is everybody doing? You out there getting all your expeditions done? Oh, wait, it's broken right now. Well, they will get it back up. So today I want to talk about expeditions. Are they worth it or are they just a big waste? Will some still need to use a bot to manage their legion? We want to get into all that today. So, with that said, let's get into it. Hello, 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 Kupo. So I think this is the
Hello.
first time I've had you on my stream.
Yep.
So
It's a pleasure to be here, buddy. I'm glad to be here tonight.
good deal. So if you don't mind, for anyone that might not know who you are, could you give us a quick introduction of who you are and let us know why you hate DeFi Kingdom so much?
Sure. So I am a Kupo. I am in the most people know me from the DFK Discord. I am a squire over there, which helps to kind of regulate the Discord channels and just try to maintain the peace. You'll also see me as a co-host with Sergeant Filthy McNasty on the Candor Gander, which we do on Fridays, which it's been about every other week these days because he's been a little extra busy. But yeah, I'm very bullish around the DFK community. But why do I hate DFK so much? Let's see here. Those guys are always just really like pushing forward towards the future. They're constantly like moving forward, regardless of all the FUD that they get. I mean, you got yourself these new things that are coming out, groundbreaking NFT technology. It's like, grr, darn these guys for doing that stuff. And then there's this community, the most awesome community out there. You guys being the most incredible people out there in the entire DF world is just, boy, oh boy, it just pees me off so much. I think I'm getting the definition of hate wrong, though.
Possibly, possibly. I love joking around about all that stuff. So let's say hello to the people we got in the chat real quick. Looks like we got Mega in here. Oh, we got Kupo in the chat. We got
Oh,
King and Skiller. How you guys doing? So, if you don't mind, I would like to do a little bit of housekeeping real quick. Let's talk about Donate Live. So, the link for donating should be in the description. There is also a pool. I'm not sure if it's working right now, but if you could give it a shot, there's a $1 USDT airdrop. Keyword is going to be Zan. So go ahead and check that out. See if you can get your airdrop. If not, I will hopefully try and get that fixed by the next time around. So what do you think of Donate Live? Kupo, do you like it or messing with it at all?
Oh yeah, I kind of dabble with it from the time to time. I love hanging out in their little community also. They've got themselves their own little um oh my god, what is that thing called? The Telegram, there we go. They got their own Discord. Two Noobs is just incredible. I was out there just being like the best person he is, being very talkative and being just the amazing person. So the Donate 3 community is phenomenal. They're branching themselves out to all different type of projects out there, all different type of like servers and just communicating with all different type of people. So yeah, honestly, I am very on board with the whole Donate 3 thing.
Yeah, I love Fluffy and those guys over there. They do a great job. So there is something else I wanted to talk about. So did you see all the different streams and stuff Bolon's been going on? and hanging out with different communities out there and stuff?
I try. As you know, I'm like everywhere. I'm just that guy that just shows up to the party. I was like, hey, what's going on over here? It's like I might not know what's going on, but I always try to just make myself known. So yeah, I've been trying to catch on with a lot of different things that he was on. I saw him with Trav not too long ago. I've seen him with a couple of the other like what is it, the communities that he's involving himself with over on X and everywhere else. But yeah, boy, it's hard to keep up with that guy. I gotta put like a collar on him or something like that, or some type of like tracker because he's like everywhere, anywhere. It's hard to keep up at
Yeah.
times. But I love the scene that he's like all over the place all the time and always promoting DFK and just trying to be like the very best himself. I mean, he just does a phenomenal job, and we're very lucky to have him around.
Yeah, he does a great job out there. I watched a few of his streams that he did on YouTube, and I think it's what is it? Web3 Matters.
Yes, that was the one that
Really
he was
good.
on very recently. I won a
Yeah.
contest from them.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were the winner. I remember that. Yeah, that was a great stream. But you know, I think DFK has mentioned this in the past, but it's really important that we do go and we watch those streams, whether it's on X or whatever it is, and make sure that we have a showing and that we comment on all of it for multiple reasons, not just because we want to support people, but as a content creator, when you go through and you look at your different streams and stuff, when you're looking for, all right, what's the next thing I'm going to talk about? And they're going to look back through it and they see, okay, I had 1,500 views when I talked about DFK, but when I talked about Axie Infinity, I only got 50 views. Well, they're going to make more content about DFK than they will Axie. So that's why it's kind of important for us to make sure that we are making a presence so they will continue to make more content on us. So what's your thoughts on that? I mean, do you see that the same way?
Absolutely. I mean, when we put ourselves underneath the microscope, we want to make sure it's for the right reasons. We want them to see that we have a very strong, striving community. We want to show that we have a project that's really going to new places. It's very innovative. We want to make the world a little bit more knowledgeable about what we have to offer, for what we want to see, what we want to do. So it's very important to get the word out. It's a tough time during the bear markets, and we want to make sure that we're going to continue to strive. We got so many great people, from our listeners to our streamers to our devs and mods and everybody else that just makes this whole project so great. And we just want to make sure that people are aware of what we got and also open up the doors for them so they can also become part of this as well. It's a big experience. We want to just make sure we're going in the right direction with it.
Yeah, absolutely. So just want to give a shout out to, we got Sir Worm in here and we got Chozo also showed up. Thanks for showing up, guys. Appreciate having you in here. So what would be your suggestion? I've been struggling with this. Bolon, he's a good guy. I like Bolon. He hates California. I hate California. We got that in common. So how do we get Bolon when he talks about guilds to talk about the Jewelers Guild and not just Mythic Squad?
Oh boy, get him on the stream. I mean, we can probably get him, like, we can brainwash him also to make it so we can give a little bit more love to the jewelers. I love all of the guilds, and I tell you, it is gonna like really tear me down when we actually have guilds released. And I'm actually gonna have to be forced to pick one of those myself because it's like jewelers, PTJ, Mythic Squad, and then we have Zan's Army, of course, and we have ourselves the Bog Side, and there's plenty of them out there, and I'm just going to miss a number of them, and I'm going to get chewed out about it because I'm missing some names. But there is just so many opportunities out there, and jewelers are really going places. I tell you, I try
Yeah.
not to miss any of their streams. I try to get everybody's streams also, but they are very entertaining. So yeah, definitely try to see if you can get like Bolin on. I feel him and Mega would also be like really good if we had him on as like a guest over there, because God, those two are like such. Those are two great minds that would probably have plenty to talk about, honestly.
Yeah, I could see Mega and Bolon talking for hours about
Oh,
stuff.
yeah. They're both that same level of intelligent and bullish that they can just probably go and have a great conversation on stream with.
Yeah. So, hey, Kevin Porter, how you doing? Glad to have you in here. So moving into the next topic off of that one. So I got, let's see on my list here. Oh, traits. So me and you, we're both, and I'm going to put some words in your mouth here. Feel free to correct me. Traits, it was exciting. I'm glad they released it. Not one of the things I'm really excited about, but I have to be honest, I was a couple decades off of when I thought they were going to be releasing traits. So now I have to start changing my whole summoning thing. I have to start working on traits a lot more. So, traits don't really excite me. I know you're into crafting. So what's your thoughts on the whole release of traits now?
Well, the traits thing is definitely going to be putting like certain things back underneath the microscope. Wowie is definitely the person that we want to really pick his brain at when it comes to the whole traits concept. And of course, you got some of the other members out there that are also very bullish on the traits. But yeah, it definitely is like giving you a whole different look. It's almost like you're just like scrambling like at the last minute to finish up like your work before handing in a major project over at school or something like that, because like, oh my God, I was doing it all wrong, or oh my God, I'm not prepared for this type of situation. So yeah, now that traits are kind of like being put like out there, people are a little bit more awake at what traits are possibly able to do and how they can make a giant outcome for not only PvE, but especially when PvP comes out. I mean,
Yeah.
something like a second wind or a resurrection could actually make or break, like if you're going to get slaughtered in the first round by a group of archers and oh no, now they're suddenly exhausted, but here I am back at 25% health, and they're using other like traits and abilities to kind of buff these heroes back up to where they were, and boom, suddenly it's a whole game changer. I mean, I like that because it's nice that we have ourselves our level like 1, 5, 10, 15, and 20 abilities that we got out there right now. So when you introduce traits and these heroes are going to be a little bit more unique on the battlefield, you're going to be really changing up your game concept, especially when you're going versus PvP. We want to keep things exciting. We want people to have fun. We want to find things we can break and then blame other people about it later. There's just so many things that traits can do. And yeah, I'm definitely a little bit more in the traits window also. I'm kind of picking and choosing my summons and dark summons a little bit more carefully, because now I'm like, okay, I'm probably going to want to have a couple of those on my team. But yeah, just like anything else that they introduced to the game, traits are definitely the big thing right now. So with them coming out with PvP, it's just going to bring in such a world of fun, in my opinion. I'm very excited to see how that's all going to be introduced with PvP as well.
Yeah, I'm excited. I stopped all my summoning because I got to stop building ingredients now and start actually throwing stuff in the pot and making some heroes. So I stopped that. I'm waiting for, Mega and T-Heat. They're going to build us what best traits fit with what heroes and stuff like that. Still waiting for that to come out. They've had a whole 2 days now. I mean, they should get it out, right?
Right?
So, I mean, I'm excited because that's going to just bring up a whole nother level of summoning that's just going to make it that much more exciting. I can't wait. So
Absolutely. It really is kind of like I said, it's opening up like doors now. People always had like thoughts and theories, and a lot of us like me were probably dragging our feet also. But now that like we actually have something to work with, especially after they released that spreadsheet about what each of the traits can do. I mean, they had the traits before, but of course they have to tweak the stuff just so they can kind of like bounce it out a little bit better. But now that we actually like are really finally going to get them, we're going to finally inherit these traits and genes. We want to be ready for this stuff.
yeah, I'm excited. So before we get into talking about expeditions, because we have a lot to talk about expeditions, we've already kind of cheated and started it off stream a little bit. Is there anything you would want to talk about before we get into those? What's on your mind?
No. I mean, if you leave it to me, I'm probably just going to ramble about crafting stuff. So it's probably good that we should go right into the expedition. There's going to be a lot of time for me to bore the world with my crafting theories.
Yeah, there you go. I can't wait to see that come out. So you're going to
Yep.
start your own streams here soon?
Maybe I'm still debating it, but honestly, I just love being like the co-host with like Sarge, and we do like the coffee/crafting with Kupo segments that we like to try to drop into like the Candor Gander streams every once in a while. Like after like reaching that level of excellency with Sarge, it's like to go solo. I don't know. It just feels like it just feels like it'd be pretty hard for me, but who knows? It might be possible. I might try to do my own thing, but I love being like Sarge's co-host with that stuff.
Yeah, I agree with you. It is hard to compete when you're trying to compete up against Sarge. I don't even try. I just do my own thing. Let him have the spotlight. We know he's the god out here as far as
He
the
is.
DFK streams
He's
go.
at the top when it comes to like incredible streamers out there. He's up there.
All right.
But
Well,
yeah, let's talk about this expedition.
All right. So let's see what I got on my list here. All right. So now with expeditions, one of the things that really excited me about the expeditions and why I've been waiting so long for expeditions is we now have something to do with our idle heroes, you know, the non-codex heroes, the million gardeners, the million miners that we had nothing to do. So outside of, you know, expecting to make profits, what do you think about the expeditions for the non-codex heroes and stuff like that? Are you just going to send them out for a couple days, weeks, months, years? What's your strategy behind that?
Well, right now, just because I'm working with such smaller teams, a lot of my expeditions are over on the Serendale side. I'm really trying to beef up my Serendale side. It's because my Serendale stuff is lacking. Klaytn is expensive. So by having my characters out there first, I'm finally getting the bloaters and the ragweeds and the sailfish and the things that I've been lacking when it comes to like crafting up my alchemy potions and other things that I'm going to want to save on later. So I am using my expedition heroes primarily on the Serendale side. I will be working on my Crystalvale also because I have ideas of what I want to do with them, but I am really building up my Serendale side because I need to get them over there, kind of make a balance with my teams. I just can't have it like 90-10 Crystalvale Serendale anymore. I need to try to make it so it's a little bit more love, especially when you get the Stone Carver going on over in Serendale. I don't want to just be throwing all the stuff over from Crystalvale just to get them up there and praying I have enough to buy a sailfish, whatever, to get those things I want. So it's really going to make a big difference for a lot of people. You don't have to worry about the gas so much because you got them out there, but I'm kind of straying from the topic. My guys, I have them out for like 100 intervals right now because 100 intervals is only like 4.5 joule, which is not that bad. And you can escrow this stuff back in, which is even greater. So when you have your like pet treats out there and you have your jewel out there, it's like, oh, if I put them out there for 100, it's gone. No, you get that refunded. So if you forget about them and they're out there for like 87 of the 100 intervals, it's like, oh, right, I got that team out there. Let's just pull them out, level them up, throw them back out there again. Done with it. This way it's like I can just have them out there for whatever. Like, oh, I got 6 out of 6 of them that need level up. Let's just do that. Put them back out there again. Done. Let's go kill off some boars and some rock and stuff like that so we can get some equipment drops and I don't have to worry about it anymore. So yeah, with all the heroes I got out there, my Serendale side is getting the majority of the love right now. One of my bigger goals, I want to try raising up their skills. I have a lot of my heroes that are like neglecting their gardening and their mining skills right now. And when we get those like land travel opportunities, we're going to need those skills. I don't want my guys to be screwed because I was just like, just throw them out of training quest because I don't feel like waiting in line over at the gold mine just so they can get themselves maybe a 0.01 chance of getting a skill or something like that. So I'm going to be tossing a lot of my gardeners, a lot of my miners in one wallet over there to try to get their skills. So I don't have to be juggling through all my wallets anymore to try to get them for like a little bit of gold and no extra rewards and stuff like that. I can keep track of that stuff, throw it out there as often as I want, and just make it so they're going to be ready for the future while I'm not having to care about them as much. And I can focus on the more game side of the mechanics, whether it's like summoning or, like I said, the PvE and future PvP, which I'm hoping is right around the corner, but we'll see how quick that's going to come out.
Yeah. All right, let's catch up on chat real quick. How's it going, Igloo? Combat Pets, they are going to be exciting. I can't wait for those also. Mm-hmm. And we also have Emerson in the chat. Aloha.
Aloha,
Emerson. Oh, good to see you here. I don't think I've seen you in any of the live chats, Emerson. It is good to see you here. So you mentioned something, and I want to get off topic. We're gonna kind of get away from expeditions here for a second. So outside of me, you, and the one other guy that's still playing on Serendale, I'm having a lot of problems with the liquidity pools. So I've started building up the liquidity pools, and I noticed like I put premium pet treats in. I only put I think 1,000 in there, and I own 98% of the pool. So what
Wow.
have you been adding to the pools, or are you just taking my 1,000 guys there?
So I only have 6 gardeners over on the Sarandel side. Now that I know that like the Crystal Vale, I can just throw them in that Gaia's garden and just nonstop for whatever I need out of that. My Sarandel
Yeah.
side is very weak when it comes to gardening. So I feel like of all the things I got over there, I think my gardening might be a little on the weaker side. I do plan on hopefully having a couple extra gardeners on the Sarandel side just to kind of make a balance with the milk roots and the others and the golden vine leaves and stuff like that. You can get only on like, well, the golden vine leaves you can only get on the Sarandel side, but you know what I'm saying. But like
Yeah.
things that are like you can only gather up on the Sarandel side. I am gonna want to build more characters over there, but I have like my I only have 6 other gardeners over there right now just because, like I said, it was just too expensive before. But I also only had like 2 sets of foragers and 2 sets of fishers over there before. I have 5 and 5 of those right now as an experiment to see cost efficiency, to see how well they do over there. And if it's actually as cheap as what I'm hoping it's going to be, I'm probably going to start bringing some of the gardeners over there just so they can not only build up skills, but I can also build up some of the items that you can only get on the Cyrodiil side as well. So it is a work in progress. I'm probably being a little too meticulous about how I'm setting up my expeditions. Like I'm that type of guy where I'm given a playbook and I'm the one that's like throwing in my own notes and sticky notes and tabs and bookmarks and everything. I'm like, okay, here's this Kupo's playbook now. And it's just a giant mess that the only people that can understand it is me, myself, and I. And I'm eventually going to get more people, like more of my heroes over there once I figure out what I want to do with it. But I'm trying to make a balance for the most part. Want to make sure that my characters are still bringing enough gold for like when the stone carver comes around or other things that might require gold. I want to make sure I have my swift thistles for my stamina potions and other things I want them for. So it's a big workaround, it's a big balance. And individuals like you that have like thousands of heroes, I can only imagine what just going through your mind right now is like where you want to have these characters, what you plan to do with them.
Yeah, I'm way overwhelmed with it all. Hey, how's it going, Ren Pen? Good to see you in here. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I don't have too much in the garden LPs right now. I am slowly building those up because I do want to, you know, I have a lot of gardeners, so I want to get as many gardeners sucking LPs out of there and not just going on the what is that, the Gaia's.
Yeah, the Gaia's thing where the most you're going to get out of that is just basic loot and maybe a jackpot. You're not going to get anything
Yeah.
else out of that. Definitely no liquidity pool benefits.
Yeah. So I mean it does help with building your skills and stuff like that. But I just see, with these expeditions, you said you're doing 100 iterations.
Like I said, I have them up for 100 iterations just right now, just because if I forget about certain groups, they're just going to keep going. I'm not going to be like, oh crap, these guys haven't been questing for 3 weeks. I just missed out on all these opportunities. No, at least this way, they're still gathering items, they're still getting skill, So I put them out there for like insane values. I mean, they don't have a limit. I could put it out there for like 9,999 times and won't have to worry about seeing them until like the year 2028 if I don't want to. But like, I figure like
Yeah.
100's enough where I can put it out there where like, yeah, like a little under 5 jewel per group, I can do that. Just this way, if I wanted to ever get like a refund of like, oh, I'm going to pull in these 40 groups I have here, I know I'm going to get like another like 4.5 jewel for each one of those I bring back if I really need to bring in the extra jewel, whatever. But for what I got right now, I just have them out there for, like I said, asinine amount of time. My characters are good until like mid to late October, depending whatever like profession that they're in, and I'm just letting them go. I'm just letting them build up their skills and stuff like that. Cyrodiil is my big one right now. I plan on touching on Crystal Vale, but Cyrodiil is my big one that I'm trying to work around to see what's the best
Get it
cost
all
per
set up.
craft to make sure that I can get. I finally making like finally figuring out that whole lopsidedness. Like it was like a 1 to 10 ratio, or if not more, for heroes from Cyrodiil to Crystal Vale. And I want to give Cyrodiil a little love and seeing how expeditions can bring that love back to Cyrodiil.
Yeah, I was looking at, outside the leveling thing, I still got to get that figured out. But I was looking at, I think it was somewhere between 500 and 750 iterations
Wow.
to bring me pretty close to that, right at that month mark. And because, I don't want, okay, so don't tell Zellies this, okay? We got to keep some secrets here, okay? But I'm looking at this expeditions as keeping me from having to add more than 10 wallets. You know, right now as it is with the amount of heroes I have, I'm getting ready to where I'm gonna have to start adding more wallets.
Yeah, that's my favorite part about the expeditions is the fact that they have an overflow for the gardeners and the miners. So the miners, when we first were introduced to DFK, everybody wanted the miner, all that locked token. But now
Yeah,
that the lock tokens have been 100% released, some people just took it out of the jeweler. Other people forgot about it. Other people don't care. Those miners have turned into like the new gardeners, where like the gardeners, you didn't really need many gardeners back then. And they were like neglected. Even with the training quests, they weren't getting that love. And miners, especially with not even having the yellow eggs out there, they really got started to get shafted. There's a 180 with those miners. So now that we
yeah,
actually have an opportunity for our miners and our gardeners to really get that long deserved love that they have been neglected for so long, it's really making it so when you go search for a hero, you're not going to care what profession they are anymore. You just want to go out there because they have traits that slap. They have that crafting job that they want. They got that skeg look that you really care for. You know, you're not going to have to be burdened by, oh, I got another gardener. Where am I going to throw them this time? Or, oh man, do I have to create another wallet because I bought up like 4 more miners? No, like that's what Expedition's all about. That's what I love about it, is the fact that we finally got a home for all these overflow gardeners and miners
yeah.
in
So
one
you're
wallet.
saying giving them more love, but sending them on expeditions kind of like the opposite of giving them more love, because now you're just sending them out there and
Tough
you don't
love.
got to see them anymore. Tough love. There we go.
Get out there, get those skills, or don't come back at all. I want to see 15 skill points, or you're not going to get any dinner tonight.
So Kevin Porter says here, I'm running foragers only on Serendale currently until I get expeditions set up. 250 foragers each account, and that's 10 accounts. Now I was running at 210, not 250. I didn't know 250 would work. But yeah, almost all my foragers were also over on Serendale just for that Swift Thistle.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, 2 noobs, we got 2 noobs in the house.
Oh, that's a good sign.
Yeah, 2 noobs says it's working for him. So go get that
Woo-hoo.
airdrop, guys. Code is Zan, Z-A-N. So if you haven't got the airdrop yet, go claim that 1 USD airdrop on there. Link should be pinned in the whatever this hell this thing is, the chat. So, all right. Let me make sure we're caught up on earners, miners. So, what do you have a plan set up yet for as far as leveling your heroes go now that they're on expeditions? Are you just not leveling them no more, or how are you working that? Because I'm still
Oh
trying to
no.
figure that one out.
Yeah, I'm still leveling up my heroes. My Codex heroes are still on the Crystal Veil side because I want to make sure that once they reach those level 10 points, I have actual fighters until we actually get those Void Hunts over on Serendale. So Serendale, they're my non-Codex heroes right now. And I am going to be leveling them at least to 10. And then once they're 10, I might just throw them over onto the Crystal Veil side and swap them out with somebody that's back to 1 again, just because of the fact that I don't want to just keep buying like Mokshes and stuff like that on the Serendale side, because I don't earn as much on the Serendale side as I do on the Crystal Veil side. I'm kind of making a balance, but I will be leveling up my heroes. They're not going to get neglected. All heroes are at least going to 10, period. And then I basically have to pick and choose which ones are going to go beyond that. My Codex heroes are still my primary targets. My PJs are still primary targets because of those potential land battles that probably are nowhere coming out anytime soon. But, you got to be ready just in case. But Codex heroes definitely, because I want to get ready for PvP. And other heroes, the ones I really like, my mythics, my strong ones, my other characters that have potential, they're going to go beyond the 10 mark also. But everybody's getting to at least 10. I will pull them off the expedition just so I can level them up, so they're not going to get neglected.
All right. So apparently my audio's fuzzy. Let me see if I can
A
fix
little
that
bit.
real quick.
Hi, everybody. This is the Kupo Show.
I thought you were cutting out. It might be my internet connection. I'm not in
You
a
sound
good
better
area.
now.
Does that sound better? Just had to
Yeah.
refresh the mic. Good deal. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. Thanks for letting me know, Renpen and Sir Worm. Yeah. So now, I know we talked earlier and you said you were doing this a little bit, and I agree with the Codex Heroes. I'm leaving Codex Heroes completely out of expeditions because I got to get all those sent out to scholars and stuff like that. But now a lot of people are stopping their leveling at 10. Now I know you said some you do and some you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't stop any of my heroes at any level. I want them all level 100. Well, we'll stop at 20, I guess, for now. So do you think a lot of people are going to take advantage of that and just get them up to the 10 and then just go like crazy?
I mean, I feel that the leveling system's probably not going to be changing too much for people, other than people just being like, I don't feel like pulling them off the expedition just to level them up type concept. I still think that people are going to have the same mindset. And like, I would level every one of my heroes if I had myself that surplus of moksha. But when my characters start reaching like 18, 19, 20, they get really hungry. So that's like one level 20 is like 5 heroes that can go from like 10 to 11. So like some of my heroes get stuck at 12, others get stuck at 15, and not many of them reach 20 if they're not like a top dealing like codex based hero. So if mokshas were a little bit more of a plentiful supply, everybody would get it. But you know what? That's another reason why I'm liking the expedition so much. If I do forget about the heroes, there's still a chance that they're going to be bringing in those mokshas and other materials that I need, those Gaius tiers, if I want to get myself those better summons and everything like that. So that's just an opportunity that they're going to be feeding their own levels. And if they can supply it for themselves, I'll level them. I'm definitely not going to stop them there. Sometimes these heroes are better just to be burned together. Other times that their worth is only up to 10. So, every hero has its potential, but others are just a little bit more potential,
Yeah, I've been burning a lot more heroes lately.
Yeah, same here.
I mean, a lot, but it still hurts, man. I still just have a hard time with that.
Yeah. I was the same as like Sarge, where like I looked at 2 heroes, I'm like, no, these guys are too precious. I can't burn them. Now I'm going on the tavern and looking through my guys, like, okay, who wants to die next? I'm going like the mythic route side where I'm just plopping them in there and like not even having a conscious thought at the fact that I'm taking their lives away. That and because of the fact that, yeah, sure, go for it. It's the Kupo show again. All right.
I got a police officer that just pulled over in a car right in front of my truck, and I got these red and blue lights just flashing.
Oh, well.
I was trying to figure out what he was doing.
Okay over there. That's a little scary.
I think so. Sorry,
well,
sorry for the interruption there.
We're all good.
Just, when you got those red and blues, you got to kind of see what's going on.
Oh, yeah, you just can't ignore them. You don't want to be one of those streamers get notoriously and gets pulled off a stream and busted on live stream situations.
Yeah, right?
That'd be hilarious. Other streamers.
All right, well, Two Noobs brings up a good point here. Let's check on the donations and see what kind of donations we got. Looks like, there we go. Should be sharing now, right? Yep. Looks like we got a donation from Kupo. Thanks for having me on stream. No, thanks for being on stream. Oh man, I just screwed it all up. I really wish StreamYard would support this. And we got Renpen. We got some gold from Renpen. If I'm reading that right, 420.69. Thank you, Renpen. I still got to go over there and join your skag shop, by the way.
Oh, it's so much fun.
Renpen
gave me a little spot in there also.
And then Two Noobs gave me my $1 back. Thanks, Two Noobs. I appreciate it. And I do appreciate that pool you gave me. I really enjoyed that. Winning that pool was awesome. So if you guys don't know, that 1 USDT airdrop is actually from Donate themselves. I won it in one of their raffles. So that's the only reason I have it. That's not coming from me. That's actually coming from those guys over there. So I really love that. So back on to expeditions. You got anything about expeditions you want to talk about real quick?
Oh, well, just want to bring up one more thing with donate before we go back there. And if you guys haven't noticed, if you don't already have yourself like an account set up on Donate 3, you have the opportunity to earning yourself some streamer points also just by donating. So every time you make a generous contribution to a streamer, you're also contributing towards those points for your own self and your own benefits. So awesome job, Two Noobs, for introducing that. It just brings a new aspect to like the streaming community, that which is very awesome.
Yeah, I love that. And plus it does give you guys points, but if you donate to me, it also gives me points.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, I'm not very far from taking first place. I'm only about,
Ooh.
what is that, 6 or 1,100, 1,200 away. So
I think I'm like 6th or 7th on there, if I recall. I'm on there, but yay.
yeah, where are you? Yeah, you're 6th. Good job.
Yay.
Now we
Not
got
bad for
Ash
a guy who
TV.
just co-hosts.
Yeah, Ash TV's in 3rd. I just did an event with her over on the Discord, the Donate Discord. That was a lot of fun.
Very
And
nice.
if you guys aren't part of the Donate Discord, you need to go join that. They do events over there and all kinds of good stuff. And plus, you can get more points over there also. So that's fun. Yeah, I'm trying to get Ash TV to start playing DeFi Kingdoms, but she's ignoring me. Trying to get some more women over here for you, Renpen.
I'm pretty sure she doesn't mind.
So, all right. So now, how do you think expeditions are going to affect bots? There's a couple bots out there. Do you think a lot of people are going to start using less bots, or do you think that it's not going to make a difference? I do want to say there's a lot of benefits to, and I will cover that as soon as you're done giving me your opinion.
Well, bots are never going to go away. Bots can always do things that we are always just fathoming. A lot of like bot creators are very intelligent and they're thinking like the next step ahead. And in this situation, there are some bot creators that are actually trying to unify themselves with like the expedition system. So I can see where bots are still going to be very important to the community. You're always going to need bot users as much as there's a lot of people that throw shade at bot users. Without them, we honestly wouldn't be where we are, honestly. They keep, they're like an artificial heart type situation in a way. Some people need it to live. And so, I don't feel like bots are going to be going away, obviously, but there are going to be some bots that are going to be trying to unify themselves with the expedition so they can make it so they coincide with each other to kind of fill in like the little gaps that like expeditions can or cannot do in a way, just make them better. So yeah, for example, like I know that like what is it? DFK Helper with Zealous, he's already gotten himself like the next step on his Discord. He just mentioned recently that he has like an auto claim system for the expedition. So similar to like how the questing concept was already available through DFK Help with auto claim, now you can also make it so that expeditions could be very similar. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be other ideas that they're going to be introducing in later as well. I figure that the ADFK team also has some ideas that they're going to be brewing up as well. And some other bot users and bot creators are probably going to be integrating their bots also to try to make expeditions better also. It does take some stress off of the actual server also because the bots don't have to be working at like 100% now. With expeditions taking a lot of that load off, it does make things look better and kind of regulates things a little bit better. But we're never going to get rid of bots, and they're always going to be part of the community in some way.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll still keep DFK Helper overloaded with everything I got going on in there. I definitely use my share of power. So my thoughts is, yeah, and Zelly's is already working on it, and I'm sure they're working on it over there as well with ADFK guys, with automating expeditions. And that excites me as well because I don't want to go through and have to claim 10,000 different expeditions and all that either. It makes it better. It saves us gas and all that, but it's still going to take a long time with, I'm guessing I'm close to 8,000 heroes by now, but I'm guessing that would still take me all day just to claim those and redo them all. So yeah. I don't see it's going to affect the bots that much. Like I mentioned earlier, the biggest benefit for me is going to be I won't have to add more wallets. I can just stay where I'm at with adding more heroes.
Yeah.
But on top of that, you look at, I know ADFK does it, and I know Helper does it. It auto starts your hunts for you. It does your summonings for you. And that summoning AI and Helper is just, that is so awesome. I've gotten so much better heroes out of using that than trying to match them up myself. So I don't see bots going anywhere.
No, like I said, there's plenty of things that the bots can do that Expeditions just aren't doing for us. Expeditions aren't going to AI summon our heroes. Expeditions aren't going to AI auto start our void hunts. So what it is just taking itself it's just taking one of the biggest strains off the community and possibly the most boring thing that the community that the game has to offer, because who wakes up in the morning is like, yeah, I get the quest 300 forager groups again. It's like nobody does that. We want to go out there, we want to kill rockbox and boars, and we want to dark summon and want to summon our heroes, and maybe make a couple skegs while we're at it. But it was boring. The questing thing was a little bit more exciting when you're like, yeah, I just pulled in a milk root. I got $5 out of that. Woo, I got a Shivas root. I got $20 for that one. Now, these things don't bring in that whole. The money's not there with these things. So it's kind of nice that we can see that the team of over on DFK is actually taking away the most boring concept of the whole DFK verse and making it so we can focus on the actual game aspect and the things that are more fun. And with the bots, it's like I said, it's unifying itself. So these guys are coinciding and working together to make it so it's like a better ecosystem as a whole.
Yeah, and that's my look at it too. It's just, I know it's something that's not exciting like traits.
Yeah,
it's not exciting like a lot of things out there. But when I look at DeFi Kingdoms, I look at this giant puzzle that they got, and we're just putting in these little pieces around the border. And, when you get expeditions, now you're starting to fill in some of the center.
Mm-hmm.
It's just bringing us to that next level of full enjoyment of a game. And that's what I'm excited about. Why I'm so excited about expeditions. It's another puzzle piece added. Now we can move on to the next one.
That's a wonderful way of explaining it. You couldn't say it better. Like, we've been stuck in the past with this non-stop questing thing to build up our levels so they can reach the next step. Now we're just moving forward, like you said. Now we're moving forward to PvP. Now we're looking forward to possible land explorations and scrub fights. Like, we're not going to be focused on this one thing anymore. It's old. Sure, we get a little excited whenever we see like a green egg or a moksha up here. Woo, that's probably the most excitement you get out of those profession quests. But we're ready to move forward and actually have some fun with the DFK project. That's what Expedition is all about, is bringing the fun to the game.
Exactly. So now I want to ask your question about something, and this wasn't on our topics list, but I want to throw it out there. So what's your thoughts about what I have going on with the scholarship programs in DFK?
No, that's a smart idea. You said you were trying to make it so you're trying to raise certain heroes to do certain things. Everybody's trying to do it. Everybody has their own idea, their own plan set, their own intentions, what they want their heroes to do, their goals of what they want for the future, what they're preparing for. So your aspect is just as good and just as important. It brings up ideas for what other people can do. So yeah, I'm on board with that. You have a very good idea what you got going on.
I appreciate that. I get mixed feelings from some people. Some people are saying with the scholars, they're just going to inflate the market and dump everything and all that stuff. I don't see that. Right now, in my opinion, and let me get your opinion on this. Now, I realize on the market, not everything's on there. A lot of people aren't going to list stuff because they're waiting for, mass adoption or whatever.
Yeah, of course.
Do you think right now, getting ready to go into PvP, that we even have close to enough equipment to cover the needs of the many?
Absolutely not. For as many pieces of gear that we see being posted on X and in the Discord or in the Deacon's chat or anywhere else, basically, no, we are not ready, because you're going to want to have yourself that helmet that goes with that breastplate, that goes with that sword. You're never going to have enough. You want to get those You got people waiting in line, whether it's for a gore boat or a gore blade or an Excalibur. You got those characters that you're just waiting in. You can only buy so many off the market and stuff like that. And when PvP comes out, that stuff's just gonna be like flooded out also, and people are gonna be just scrounging around for more. So are we ready? Absolutely not. That's one of the things I like about the boars and the rockbox and just the overall void hunt system. You're not going to go in with like a 10% drop rate unless it's like maybe like a limited edition holiday item that has like a very weak stat to it, which is more so for cosmetic for a lot of people. Like to get the good stuff, you got to grind, and making some of the things even rarer, harder. That's what we want. We want value to these items. So we don't want them to depreciate like how like the Shivas runes have, or how like the or almost every other like thing that you can get like on a profession quest. Like we want these like pieces of equipment to hold their value. And if we get more people coming in for PvP and more people being interested in it, we're going to want more equipment. And I personally feel there's just not enough of it out there. You got some of those people that have been buying early or grinding early and building up their heroes, but we're not ready. We're not ready for it. We need more equipment.
I definitely agree. Now, let's move it on the same lines, but let's move that to heroes. Do you think we have those heroes ready for full-fledged PvP?
50-50 in that answer. So you got some of those people that have been building up their monsters for a long time, listening to Wowie, listening to certain other streamers out there talking about their monsters that they've been creating and certain things that we're preparing for. I mean, look, when Void Hunts came out, we didn't know about the dexterity skill. We were kind of like, what? We need dexterity? I can't just put all my stats in the strength. I'm just going to be a giant wiffle bat, like you couldn't do nothing about that. So yes and no, just because of the fact that the game is constantly changing and there's always some that's like, guess what? Surprise, you're not ready for this. It's basically the same exact way. Like, who knows? Maybe that hero out there that has like double heal could be like better than that like second wind hero for all we know. Doubt it. I'm just throwing out some just ideas. But we're not prepared. So yes and no. We got some people that are like overly prepared, and then you got other people that again scrounging around because they're like, man, I've been working on this skill set and this one looks a lot better, or this one might perform better, or this one might be more advantageous. We're never ready. We're never 100% ready. So I always like to take it like in a 50-50 stride. You got some people that are like overly ready, other people like me, which we're severely under ready, but somewhere in the middle, it's gonna work. It's gonna work.
Yeah, no. My thing is I'm very confident that I have no clue what other people are really building out there. I know what they're talking about on streams. They're going for the Dread Knights. They're going for the, all these heroes that we can't even use. And I understand that. That is cool. But none of the stuff that we're really seeing on stream that people are talking about are not heroes that we're going to be using in PvP when it comes out. So that's where I'm kind of like, are we going to have the heroes for it, or are we not? Did everybody burn all those heroes to build Dread Knights? Or are people secretly building some seriously insane archers out there to go battle?
There are. You definitely know there are. There's going to be some of us that are still pushing for those advanced elites. Oh, we're here. I'm here. Do you hear me? Hello? You there, Sam?
I think I might be losing you. I think I got you back. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. You hear me? You're coming in clear. Your animations are coming a little choppy, but you're coming in clear. Okay, good. All right, you're back. What were we saying?
Go ahead. Repeat yourself.
I don't know what I was talking about. I got thrown off. I was probably going to ramble about some nonsense again.
We're talking about.
Oh, there we go. Everybody knows to bring it by.
People that are building, the Dread Knights and all that.
Yes. Oh, that's it. So yeah, you're gonna have your people out there with your Dread Knights, your elite classes, your advanced classes, and right now the battlefield is only going to be expecting to get those like 6 classes that we have right now. You got your warrior, your knights, your priests, archers, seers, and berserkers. And yeah, there are going to be some people that are going to be already out there like making their monsters. Who knows? You probably got some of those archers out there that are like overly powerful. They have like 75 dexterity or something like that, and like 40 strength and just with double purple stats, and they're just going to cream you on the battlefield type situation. And then you got other people that are still building up for like the future. But you got to remember, there's the here's and there's the laters type of situation. You got the here and now that people are trying to get for those like 6 classes that are available. You got the other people that are still preparing out there for like the next round of heroes and when they eventually get the advanced elites and the exalted type of heroes out there. Everybody's building their own way. So we're going to get a big mixed crowd out there. You're going to have some people that are going to be overly prepared and some that are going to be under prepared. Some people that are just right, but we'll see how it's all going to turn out. I'm actually very excited to see how everything's going to happen. PvP is going to be a giant shit show, but in a great way. You're going to have people scrambling around and other people are just going to be dominating. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. It's going to be amazing.
Skiller says he's ready. Emerson
we know he's ready.
Archer.
For a non-gamer, he does quite well for himself.
Exactly. I'm excited to see how many of these really awesome Codex heroes come out when PvP comes out. Because right now, outside of Emerson and his, 1100 Archer,
HP Archer.
Yeah, the only people that really talk about Codex heroes that they have now is the only place I really see it is on Bogside Chat. But if you look at the Mad Mother Clucker tournaments that Sticks Intern did, a lot of people came in there with some really good heroes.
That's what I'm saying.
I think they're just not talking about them, but they have them.
Oh yeah, people aren't ready to show their cards. They're holding on to it. They're gonna be like, boom! Check out what I got. You're gonna bring it all on the table at one time. It's gonna be like one of those like Yu-Gi-Oh cartoons, whatever, where they're gonna just whip it out like the crazy stuff and just dominating. Oh, they're suddenly losing, then boom, wild card. This is what I got. They're just gonna do this like incredible play. I mean, I just can't wait to see what people are gonna be bringing out there. Honestly, there's gonna be a lot of people which are gonna be on my blacklist. I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna fight this guy. Oh no, I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna go do the scrub battles instead. Yeah, it's gonna be so much fun.
They're gonna open up and see Skiller's name on there. Forfeit.
Yep.
Forfeit.
Yeah, exactly. Forfeit. Quick. Oh, thank God. What, beef? No, forfeit. Oh God, it's intern. Forfeit. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait. I'll probably honestly wouldn't forfeit. I would probably just love to see myself get creamed and just see how well they cream you. Just do it. Just go down with a smile on my face with quiet dignity and stuff like that. I got destroyed. That was 3 seconds, but that was a lot of fun. We're gonna have so much fun with PvP. We're already like just talking about it's just getting me like very excited. Like I'm not a PvP guy. I'm that support class person. I'm like the guy that likes to just cheer people on from the stands or make the stuff for the people. But I'll participate with PvP. I'm not gonna be great at it, but I'm gonna participate. Oh boy, we lost him again. Yeah.
All right, I think I'm back now.
There we go. We got some movement. Woo! Thank you, Emerson.
Yeah, I should be back now. Yeah, I can't wait. I mean, I'm the same. I'm building the heroes, and then I'm have all my scholars go and own everybody in
there you go.
PvP. That's what I'm excited for. I just want to see all their names up there. Yeah, I want to see their names up there. I don't care about my name.
Right? That'd be great. I'd love to see a couple of the heroes that I had for forever ago. Like my poor regular reject heroes before stones were a thing, before PJ was a thing or whatever. Like my scrubs. If I get any of my scrubs up there, oh, you've been with me since the beginning and your name's up there on the winners list. Congratulations. You're not completely worthless. You're not going to the pit today.
Let me try and close some things here. I'm having a real... Oh no, what's going on here? Here, hold up.
You getting some feedback?
I done screwed shit up. Yeah, I'm getting bad feedback.
I hear
trying to close shit and accidentally opening stuff. All right, let's see if that helps me get more clear.
You and me both, Emerson.
You know what? Let me close Discord. Discord always chews up a lot of shit.
Well, you're sounding a little clearer now.
All right. How's that sound? Do I come in better now?
You're a little craggly, but you're doing better than before.
That's what I get for being over here in Tennessee.
We're just glad to have you.
All right. Well, anyway, I'm sorry about that.
That's all right. What else we got for these guys tonight? Oh, everybody, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Zan's channel.
Oh, yeah, definitely don't forget that. I think that's everything on our list. Is there something else you want to talk about?
Crafting? No, I'm just joking. I got really nothing else for tonight, buddy. I'll save like some of those hot guns for other days. But yeah, the expedition thing, it's a little wonky right now. The team is on it. It's not perfect. It is one of their large releases. They're trying the best. But I'm looking forward to the expeditions just taking a lot of weight off my shoulders so I can actually focus on like building up these like heroes that I really want to. So kudos to the team for bringing out those expeditions. Did a great job with getting it out there. And thank you so much for taking into our concern to bring this awesome quality of life concept into the DFK verse.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Yeah, there's some hiccups, but it's coming awesome. So if chat doesn't have anything else, I think we should probably end it here now that I finally seem to have a good connection.
Sounds good, buddy. This was a wonderful night. Thank you for having me. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you. I appreciate having you here. So let's send it out. And thanks for